In today's video, we're going to look at moments from the Bloodline that made the road to WrestleMania 40 a must-see, and things Cody Rhodes can do to exact revenge on The Rock. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive right in. Moments from the Bloodline that made the road to WrestleMania 40 a must-see. The Bloodline has dominated the WWE for nearly 4 years, and with the recent addition of The Rock to the family-run stable, they appear to be stronger than ever. The Bloodline will be heavily involved in the biggest storylines at WrestleMania 40, with Jimmy and Jay Uso battling it out, as well as The Rock and Roman Reigns taking on Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes on night one, before the Tribal Chief and the American Nightmare face off for the undisputed WWE Universal title on night two. The Bloodline, who are some of the company's biggest main event stars, have been frequently highlighted on Raw and SmackDown in the build-up to WrestleMania 40. As a result, we're going to look at 4 things the iconic faction has lately done in preparation for the grandest stage of them all. Number 4. The Rock concert returns. Earlier this month on SmackDown, the People's Champion attempted to get under Cody Rhodes' skin by reintroducing an iconic aspect of his WWE career, the Rock concert. The Rock attempted to mock not only Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes ahead of WrestleMania 40, but also Memphis, the town where SmackDown was held, and a city with a long history of rock and roll. Despite his various heelish tactics, the Great One garnered a lot of applause that night owing to his innate charm and proficiency on the microphone. While some fans were originally upset to see The Rock return and replace Rhodes, his current heel run has created some of his most entertaining moments to yet. Number 3. Jimmy Uso prepares to knock Jay out. In addition to the controversy surrounding The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins, Jay and Jimmy Uso are perhaps involved in the most heated and personal feud leading up to WrestleMania 40. Jimmy has been a thorn in his brother's side ever since he denied Jay the opportunity to win the undisputed WWE Universal title at SummerSlam last year. Following his recent loss to Gunther on Raw, Jay was attacked again by his brother and Solo Sikoa. Their almost 6-month feud will come to a climax at WrestleMania 40, unfortunately in the city of brotherly love, as Jimmy and Jay Uso face off for the first time. Number 2. Roman Reigns' mind tricks. While Cody Rhodes and The Rock's feud has grown in recent weeks, much of the drama revolves around the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has ruled as champion for almost 1,300 days, defeating major names such as John Cena, Edge, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Goldberg, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Last week on SmackDown, Reigns and Rhodes squared off on a microphone. Cody tried to be respectful of his opponent, but Reigns continued to play mind games, proclaiming the American Nightmare as just another small piece of his great story. During a recent appearance on the Pat McAfee Show, Roman Reigns remarked that Mania 40 is another step in his tremendous 4-year career. I believe everyone's story revolves around me, so I believe he is simply one of many who have been ruined in order to tie this thing up. But at the end of the day, he's just one chapter in a much larger narrative. This has been going on since August 2020, when I returned and announced to the world that I was the head of the table. I was the head of the greatest wrestling dynasty that ever existed. Number 1. The Rock goes after WWE's heart and soul. Last night on Raw, The Rock escalated his feud with Cody Rhodes by violently attacking the American Nightmare backstage near the end of the show. Whether it was addressing Cody's mother, crushing Rhodes' head in his private bus, or rubbing the American Nightmare's blood on his personalized weight belt, the Great One showed fans a side of his character they had never seen before. The tag team bout at WrestleMania 40 between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns and The Rock has taken a new level of intensity. Things Cody Rhodes can do to exact revenge on The Rock. Last night on Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes and The Rock's passionate feud reached new heights when the final boss violently assaulted the American Nightmare backstage. Rhodes will face the Great One on night 1 of WrestleMania 40 alongside World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and The Rock. While some fans have clapped for The Rock in previous weeks and at the opening of Raw last night, no one will be cheering for him at WrestleMania 40 following last night's performance. Many fans want Cody Rhodes to exact retribution on The Rock after busting an open last night, since he is always proud. As a result, we'll look at 3 ways the American Nightmare can accomplish this before they face off in Philadelphia on Saturday, April 6th. Number 3. The American Nightmare gives a passionate speech. Cody Rhodes is now perhaps WWE's biggest babyface star since John Cena, with a fan base that spans practically every demographic. After WWE nearly booked Rhodes out of his Mania bout to have Roman Reigns face The Rock, fans went into a frenzy, demanding Cody's rematch on the grandest platform of them all. The Rock, of course, is immensely dissatisfied with Cody's connection to the fans, and he recently took a swipe at him on social media, claiming that Rhodes should have simply taken a back seat and allowed him and Roman Reigns duke it out at WrestleMania. The Rock was born into the business. Roman Reigns was born into the business. The three of us were born into this business. You know, Cody, you have the biggest WrestleMania main event of all time right here. You have the opportunity to take this business to new heights. With all due respect, you can always conclude your story another time. Given how he can rile up the crowd, and after being viciously battered last night, fans can anticipate Rhodes to return all guns blazing on SmackDown this week or Raw next Monday, looking to give out a vocal retribution to The Rock. Number 2, Cody Rhodes gets rid of one of The Rock's most valuable items. Since turning heel, The Rock has sought to belittle and disrespect many elements of Cody, including his family, with the Great One frequently addressing Rhodes' mother on social media and in WWE programming. With the American Nightmare well aware of The Rock's background in the industry, Cody Rhodes may attempt to dispose of something extremely personal to the Great One prior to their showdown on the grandest stage of them all. The Brawl Bull version of the WWE title is closely identified with The Rock, and while it never featured on Raw or SmackDown, it is clearly very important to Dwayne Johnson and his family. In 2018, The Rock responded to a fan on social media explaining why the Brahma Bull WWE Championship was never shown on WWE TV as his legitimate title. No, it never got lost to the mail, lol. We had a few handmade bull belts created. I wore it for a short time, but we decided it wasn't an original idea because Austin had already created that cool skull belt. Cody Rhodes may get revenge on The Rock by taking the Brahma Bull Championship and throwing it away, demonstrating his full scorn and disregard for the Great One and everything he represents. Number 1. Rhodes attacks the Brahma Bull in Brooklyn. The Red Brand will compete on Monday Night Raw's final edition before WrestleMania 40 next week at the famous Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. While they have mostly appeared on SmackDown recently, The Rock and the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns will be on the show next Monday. Cody Rhodes has a week to strategize and plan how he would exact his retribution on The Rock in Brooklyn, only days before WrestleMania 40. While Cody Rhodes has always appeared to be respectful of his fellow superstars, especially Roman Reigns, the American Nightmare will appear to have no remorse for The Rock next Monday, with fans hoping he will unleash a devastating storm on the former WWE champion.